So in our previous discussion, we discussed about how Krishna came to you and he said to you that you always think of Krishna and at the same time continue your prescribed duty, whatever you're doing, with your activities dedicated to Krishna and your mind and intelligence fixed on Krishna, you will attain Krishna without a doubt. So this is what Krishna said. Now, let's move ahead. Will you be able to read?
Yes.
So we also discussed about the 4 divisions of social order, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, right? We discussed about these terms in detail. So we need to continue from here. The Brahmana class from here.
The Brahmana class or intelligent class is working in one way. The
Kshatriya.
Kshatriya. The Kshatriya or administrative class is working in another way. And the mercantile class and the laborers are all tending to their specific duties. In the human society, whether one is a laborer, merchant, administrator, or farmer, or even if one belongs to the highest class and is a literary man, a scientist, or a theologian, he has to work in order to maintain his existence. The Lord therefore tells Arjuna that he need not give up his occupation, but while he is engaged in his occupation, he should remember Krishna. Mam Anusmara. If he doesn't practice remembering Krishna while he is struggling for existence, then it will not be possible for him to remember Krishna at the time of death. Lord Caitanya also advises this. He says, Kirtanya Sada Hari. One should practice chanting the names of Lord always. The names of the Lord and the Lord are non-different. So Lord Krishna's instructions to Arjuna to remember me and Lord Chaitanya's injunction to always chant the names of Lord Krishna are the same instruction. There is no difference because Krishna and Krishna's name are non-different. In the absolute status, there is no difference between reference and referent. Therefore, we have to practice remembering the Lord always, 24 hours a day, by chanting his names and molding our life's activities in such a way that we can remember him always.
Yes. So see, it is something connected to which we were about to talk on in our previous class. That if we want to work, job or something, definitely we have to work to maintain our existence. For the sake of survival, we have to work. But we should try to find a job or a work where we may give our time, but not so much of time, so that our consciousness remain safe. See, if we
Mm,
are into a job where, we are working for 12 hours or 10 hours, then most of the time from our work, we are spending in working and basically remembering about those things where we are working, right? So now if
mm,
we are working 10 to 12 hours or more than that, then our consciousness will be filled with such thoughts where we are working, and it
mm.
will become difficult for us to remember these topics. Basically, remember Krishna. So it is advised that first of all, we should try to find a work where we don't have to work so much and we may get nice income for our maintenance. Now, apart from that, we should try to indulge ourselves in a work which is, I mean, it should not be in negative way. Just like, some people, they deals in drugs or drinks, liquid. There are people who are selling uh, non-veg food which we should not consume. Or there are many, many things which people are working. There are also people who are working in a field which is called gambling,
Mm.
right? So crypto or these sort of things, these are basically gambling. So we should not engage in such job or work.
Mataji,
Yes?
is gambling legal in India?
No. Legal
Mm.
means definitely people they are doing, but it's not legal in spiritual life.
Mm. You know, in my state constitution, it says there shall be no gambling on the land. So
Wow.
you know what they do? They create boats and they put them on the river. So people go onto a boat on the river to gamble because it's not land.
Just see how people they put lots of their mind and energy in such thoughts.
Yes.
Oh, this was next level.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways. So yes, we should try not to engage in such work because it's not good for our devotional life,
Mm.
right? Also, whatever work we do, we should try to do it in remembrance to Krishna. Now, what does that mean? Whatever income we are getting from our work, we may use it in service to Krishna or his devotees. Okay, and we should try to work only that much which is sufficient for our survival.
Mm.
And for surviving, we really don't need lots of money. But you will see because people they have lots of desires, and for fulfilling those desires, they are working so much
Mm.
to earn lots of money so that they may
Mm.
fulfill their desires. But when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, we do not find our happiness in external things. We become satisfied by serving Krishna. So all these material hankerings, by time, they are decreased. They tend to
Mm.
decrease by time. So it's very amazing. In fact, in Sattvic Movement workshop also you might have attended, they gave one of the tasks. They said to follow minimalism,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So, at very first when I attended their workshop, like years ago, so I really like this idea of minimalism, that you
Mhm.
should only have few clothes to wear, no unnecessary stuff lying in your house which you are not using. I really like this idea. And of course, I could not do it. I could not follow this rule or impose this rule to my parents because this house belongs to them. But I was able to do it in my room.
Mm.
So if you will see my room, it's completely empty. There is not even a bed. I sleep on floor. So
Really?
yeah, it's very amazing and it's completely empty. And that time when I attended that workshop and when she was talking about we should have only minimal clothes. So she was saying that she only have 7 dresses. And I was like, wow, I have 70 dresses. Literally, I had 70 pieces of dresses at that time. So I thought that, okay, I will try to, you know, give them to someone. But because I was attached to my clothes, I was knowing this that yes, we should follow minimalism. But there was some attachment which was stopping me to, give those clothes away to someone who is in need to them, those clothes. But later, when I started following Krishna consciousness, I started chanting. So I was able to realize that these, like, so much of clothes doesn't serve me. And of course, many of those clothes were Western, and because I was following Krishna consciousness, so yeah, I was becoming conscious that what kind of clothes I should wear. So
Mm,
yes, so that way it became easy for me to give those clothes. So basically, I was talking that because people, they have lots of desires in our heart, in their hearts, and to fulfill those desires, they are working so much so that they may
mhm,
gain money, and from that money, they may fulfill their desires.
mhm,
So yes, if we could, we should find a job where we may work only for a few hours and we may get money which may be enough for our survival. And we should try to put more of our energy and consciousness in understanding Krishna by
mhm,
reading these scriptures. And one amazing thing I was hearing today, the more your heart will get purified, the more you will understand that I really need to purify my heart. Means you will
mhm,
more be inclined to purify your heart. And this is a sign that your heart is actually purifying, because you
mhm,
are now uh, striving to pure your heart, your consciousness. So it's very amazing. That's why we should try to give priority to chanting. The
mhm,
more nicely we will chant, you will see how life will become very easy.
mhm,
Spiritually also we will progress, but you will see our material life will also become very easy if we will give priority to chanting.
mhm.
So it's amazing. Okay, now Prabhupada will explain it further. Please read.
How is this possible? The ācāryas give the following example. If a married woman is attached to another man, or if a man has an attachment for a woman other than his wife, then the attachment is to be considered very strong. One with such an attachment is always thinking of the loved one. The wife who is thinking of her lover is always thinking of meeting him, even while she is carrying out her household chores. In fact, she carries out her household work even more carefully so her husband will not suspect her attachment. Similarly, we should always remember the Supreme Lover, Sri Krishna, and at the same time perform our material duties very nicely. A strong sense of love is required here. If we have a strong sense of love for the Supreme Lord, then we can discharge our duty and at the same time remember Him. But we have to develop that sense of love. Arjuna, for instance, was always thinking of Krishna. He was the constant companion of Krishna, and at the same time, he was a warrior. Krishna did not advise him to give up fighting and go to the forest to meditate. When Lord Krishna delineates the yoga system to Arjuna, Arjuna says that the practice of this system is not possible for him.
Hmm. So you will see Prabhupada is giving a very beautiful example here. Just like a woman, even if she is married to someone, but he is in love with other man, so even she is living in her husband's house and doing all the house chores nicely, even more nicely, so that her husband may not doubt her, but she is constantly remembering her lover. So same way, through this example, Prabhupada is, what happened? Through this example, Prabhupada is basically making us understand that same way we should engage in our material duties which we are doing, and while doing our activities we should always remember Krishna. You know, it's very easy. Prabhupada gives example. Whatever you are doing, you can literally remember Krishna every moment. Suppose you are eating. So you try to eat it consciously that, wow, this taste is coming from Krishna. You know, Krishna, he only gave all the potencies. Because of him, this vegetable or fruit or whatever thing you are consuming was able to grow. Otherwise, you will see no any scientist can um, he cannot create any fruit or vegetable by himself, isn't it? He cannot create it. But these vegetables and plants, you can see, seed has that power, and that power is coming from Krishna, which transformed into a plant, then tree, and now we are getting these fruits and vegetables, or grains or cereals. So yes, we can literally, just like you are drinking something, so you can, that time also, you can remember, wow, this taste is coming from Krishna. And Krishna says this in Bhagavad-gītā, that the water you are drinking, that taste of water is me. The vibration, which we chant Om, so that vibration is also me. Krishna is that vibration, Om. Or sun rays, you see the sun rays, even if you are, sunbathing, at that time you can remember that, oh, sun god, we studied it, that, oh, sun god is the very first student of Krishna, to whom he gave Bhagavad-gītā, the knowledge of Bhagavad-gītā. And that rays which we are getting from the sun, you can remember that how Krishna is also so effulgent, from his body, beautiful light emanates from his body. So like that, whatever you see, we should try to develop this awareness to see connection of things with Krishna. This is how you become Krishna conscious. And this is what Prabhupada telling us here, that while even doing your duties, while performing your material duties, you should always remember the supreme lover, Krishna. And it's very, enlivening and satisfying. We feel very happy. Your life is really successful if in this way you are able to connect thing with Krishna. And by time you will see, even whatever ordinary material things will happen in your life, you will be able to see connection of Krishna in your life, direct connection. That, wow, this happened only because of him. Or even if you were able to do some amazing things, so you will immediately remember that I didn't do this. This happened because of Krishna. He only gave me that, he only gave me that intelligence or strength to do that. So this is very beautiful. We should try to see Krishna's hand. And later, Krishna, he did not advise Arjuna to give up his fighting or go to the forest to meditate. And he's not asking this to us as well, because it's not practical. He never gives any impractical advice. So later when Krishna, he told him about yoga system, so he said, no, Krishna, it's not possible for me. See what he says. Please sing after me. You can see the English part. I'll sing from Sanskrit. Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha.
Yoyam yogasvata protaya.
Samyena madhusudana.
Samyena madhusudana.
Etsyaham na pashyami.
Ityaham na patsami.
Chanchalatva sthitam sthiram. Sthitin
Chancha. Chanchalat vanchim tim shachim.
sthiram. Okay, now your turn. Eunice Mataji, please sing after me. Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha samyena Madhusudana.
Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha samyana madhushudana.
Etsyaham na pashyami chanchalatva sthitim sthiram.
Etsyaham napasyami chanchalatvat shittim
Sthitim
shidam.
sthiram. Beautiful. Okay. Please read the translation.
Me? Yeah. Arjuna said, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady.
Yes.
Bhagavad-gītā
So
6.
yes. So Madhusudana is another name of Krishna. And do you know, you might know, Eunice Mataji, the meaning of Madhusudana, you know?
I don't know this one.
So, Madhu was a demon and Sudana means killer. So the killer of Madhu is Madhusudana. So Krishna, who killed the demon Madhu, is Madhusudana. But Arjuna specifically is, he is addressing Krishna with this name. So he actually means to say that, oh Krishna, you are Madhusudan. So Madhu, the demon of my heart, my mind, the demon, this mind is restless, it's unsteady, and you are potent. You are the killer of Madhu. So you also kill this demon of my mind, which is disturbing me and it's not allowing me to do my duties. Because see, Krishna, whatever he tells, it's only for our good. Please understand that Bhagavad-gītā is not Krishna's opinion. Krishna is telling truth, which is good for us. No one can know better than God what is good for us. So he specifically gave this knowledge of Bhagavad-gītā for this purpose only. So yes, Arjuna is addressing Krishna with this name. That, oh Krishna, oh Madhusudana, the system of yoga, which you have summarized, it's not, it does not seem practical to me, and, my mind is restless and unsteady. So now on this, Krishna says, please sing after me. Yoginamapi sarvesham
Yoginamapi sarvesham
madgatenantaratmana
madgate nantaratmana
Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam
Shraddhavan bhajate yomam
Same yukta tamo mataha.
Same yukta tamo mataha.
Okay, now Christine Mataji, your turn. Yoginam api sarvesham. You have, yes.
Yoginam api sarvesham
Madgatenantaratmana
bhagatenam taratmana
Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam
Shraddhavan bhajate yomam
Same yukta tamo mataha.
Tame yukta tadamaha.
Okay, good. Please read the translation.
Do you want me to continue? Of all yogis, the one with great faith, who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me, is the most intimately united with me in yoga, and is the highest of all. That is my opinion.
Okay,
Bhagavad-gītā
now
6.
see. The easiest way to remember about Krishna is to render transcendental loving service to him. Basically, if we are directly engaged in the service which are directly for Krishna, not indirectly. Okay, it's good to dovetail our activities to Krishna, but best is that we directly serve Krishna. So, there are 64 limbs of devotional services. Plus, there are also 9 processes of bhakti. We call it Navda Bhakti. Which consists of hearing the glories of Krishna, chanting his holy names, and worshipping him. We are offering whatever we offer. We are offering our food or flowers. We should try. Let me tell you a secret. If you have a garden near you, or not garden, any plant where, you see beautiful fragrant flowers, you should offer those flowers to Krishna. If you have deity or photo, you should offer it to Krishna. And after offering that flower, you can smell it.
Mm.
And if you smell it, so that smell becomes transcendental. And when you smell that fragrance, then that also purifies our consciousness. So, these are some way where you can help other people also to engage in devotional services indirectly. Indirectly means this is direct service, smelling the offered fragrance or flowers to Krishna is direct service. But any person who is not aware of this, you can offer him or her a flower that, I took a beautiful flower for you. Please smell
Mhm.
it. And if they'll smell it, so they don't know that it's offered flower to Krishna. But then also because they smell it, so their consciousness is purifying. Plus, if they appreciate it, then their bhakti will increase.
Mm.
That will become a reason that one day they will also become Krishna devotee. So, we should try to occupy ourselves in such things where we are engaged in service to Krishna, but we are also becoming a medium to engage other people in service to Krishna. It pleases Krishna very, very much. And, when you are occupied in such things, then you are naturally remembering Krishna. You don't have to make efforts separately to remember Krishna. When you are engaged in such activities where you are busy engaging other people in service to Krishna, you'll naturally remember Krishna. You'll naturally think of Krishna. And on that also, when you are able to directly or indirectly engage any person in service to Krishna, and when you think in your mind that, oh, Krishna might be pleased with my action, I try to connect that person with Krishna in direct or indirect way, and Krishna might be smiling. So you become so happy. This happens with me whenever I try to connect any person with Krishna in direct or indirect way. So that way I become very happy. That, oh, see, if I am happy, then what to say of Krishna? Krishna might be happy so much with my action.
Mm.
So this is a trick to how we can naturally think of Krishna, remember Krishna,
Mm.
by engaging ourselves to become a medium, basically, to help other people connect with Krishna. This was one example. There can be many things which you can do to connect people with Krishna. So, sometimes when I greet people with Hare Krishna, I mean, in India, it's very common. Everyone knows that Krishna is the name of a god. But to Western people who are not into spirituality, and when I greet them with Hare Krishna, so, sometimes they ask me, oh, is it your name? Oh, what does that mean? So, like that, because they don't know, they have never heard what is Hare Krishna or stuff like that. But then also, if you wrote Hare Krishna and if they read it, that oh, it's written Hare Krishna, or even if they don't read it correctly also, pronunciation is not right, then also they read it, and now they will not be sent to hellish planets. We
Mm-hmm.
discussed this, that any person,
Mm-hmm.
if he comes in contact with the holy names even once, then all these sinful reactions, all the sinful activities which he did, they just destroy the moment he came into the contact of the names of Krishna. So yeah, you can, you have to find your own ways how you can, connect people with Krishna. Especially, I always think that in Western countries is actually, it's very easy to connect people with Krishna in indirect way. Of course, they will not be interested in spirituality or God, but in indirect way, you can easily connect people with Krishna because they don't know what is Krishna. They have never heard this name. So like that. So,
Yeah, but
I was giving an idea to a friend from Germany. So he's a musician, and I was saying him that you can preach people like this, that I have a friend from India and she also sings, and she was singing this song to me. So now, for like telling them, you can sing Mahamantra to them, and they don't know what is Mahamantra, but you can uh, make this excuse that I have a friend from India and she sings this lyrics. I don't know what does this means. I don't know what these lyrics are, but these lyrics are very nice. So you can also hear it. So like that, you can, always, I always keep myself busy in such creative things to connect people with Krishna. And amazingly, Krishna gives me so many ideas. My thoughts, my mind is always busy in such ideas, with such thoughts. And it's very amazing. This way it becomes very easy to think of Krishna.
Beautiful.
Yes. You want to say something on this? I think you were about to say.
yeah, there were a couple of things actually that you brought up. One is actually this time of year. There's so many little flowers, and for some reason, I found very close so many blue flowers, and then I thought, yeah, these are perfect for Sri Krishna. Um, and I have a question about is there a difference if you intend to always think of Sri Krishna throughout the day and while doing different activities and karma yoga, um, or is it the same?
See, we are learning here that how we can easily remember Krishna. So yes, it's also a way that while performing our activities, we are intending to remember Krishna. So if you're asking this, so probably you might be practicing it, right?
Yeah.
Remembering Krishna.
I-
Yes, you can do this, definitely. This is what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad-gītā. But natural and easy ways to directly we engage ourselves directly in service to Krishna. This is easy way where you don't have to make efforts. You will automatically remember Krishna. But while performing our activities, that is also good if you are able to connect your activities with Krishna, or you are intending you are intending to remember Krishna. It's good. Yes. Would you like to give some examples on this? I would love to hear.
So, I mean, very obvious one is when we prepare food, but that's, for it to become prasadam.
No, see,
Um,
cooking food is a direct bhakti because you're cooking for Krishna. So this is not karma yoga. This is direct bhakti yoga.
Direct.
Yes, direct. Because you are not tasting. You are conscious that, oh, I am
Mhm.
making this for Krishna and I'll offer it to Krishna. So this is direct bhakti yoga.
Yeah, so this one is like probably the one I remember more to do. And then when waking up, to say thank you, to be have gratitude.
Yes, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I also wanted to share something on this, which you just mentioned here. We should, practice prayers in our life. When we pray to Krishna, prayer means not in the mind, but actually speaking in front of Krishna. Then, we feel a relationship with Krishna that, yes, I belong to Krishna. Krishna is hearing me. So it's a beautiful way. I heard this in a lecture, like day before yesterday, I was attending a lecture on Bhagavatam, and it was a lecture on Gajendra Moksha. You might have heard this story, right? Where, elephant, he was Gajendra, and crocodile was biting him. So it's another story, it's okay. So yes, in that lecture, a devotee was telling that we should try to say prayers to Krishna. And we can start with 2 prayers the moment we wake up in the morning. You can create. So this is the task of the day for today. Please create your own prayers. Like morning prayer, which you may say to Krishna. And please say to Krishna. Krishna, to Krishna photo. You can even say it in your phone by seeing Krishna. So you can say to Krishna in morning that, oh Krishna, thank you so much for waking me up and giving me another day where I may serve you, chant your names, hear about you. So, I mean, make your own prayer. If you want, I can share my prayer. I also made it. It's very
Yes,
nice.
please.
It's little long, but it's little long, but okay, I'm speaking it. And don't worry, you don't have to write it just now. I will send it to you on chat also if you want. Dear Krishna, thank you for this new day. Please give me the strength to overcome temptations, laziness, fear, doubts, and distractions. Help me remember that this day belongs to you and that my life is meant to serve your purpose. So, this is one prayer which I say in morning. And for the night, I say, Dear Krishna, thank you for guiding me through this day. Whatever I did right was only by your mercy, and wherever I failed, please forgive me and help me improve.
Mm.
So, just like that. As I rest tonight, let my heart remain connected to you. Please bless me with purity, peace, devotion, and strength to rise again tomorrow with remembrance of you. So, like that, we can say our prayers, and you will see it's not theory. If you will start saying these prayers to Krishna, you will feel a relation with Krishna.
Mm.
Please understand, He hears you. He is conscious even than us. He's very conscious. He's a person. And he
Mm,
really loves that we pray from him, that we show our dependency to him. That Krishna, I'm
mm,
dependent on you. I cannot do it with my own efforts. We really love when we show our dependency on him. Just like you will see in
mm,
this world also, if any girl is married to a boy, so that husband also becomes very happy when her wife is dependent on him, and that wife also said such things to her husband. I mean, I'm talking about a nice husband, not other husband, like
mm,
nice, loving husband. He really likes it that, wow, just look at her, she's dependent on me. And she cares for her even more. She will supply more facilities to her and all of those things. So even a material
mm,
husband is so much, is filled with so much gratitude, and he cares for her wife so much. Then what to say of Krishna? Krishna is our true lover. He is our true husband, actually. So it
mm,
is said husband, in Hindi we say pati, and pati means who is a maintainer, and Krishna is our real maintainer.
mm.
So we should try to say prayers to him. Thank you so much for Yunus Mataji for mentioning your morning thing to me. You were able to, I was able to remember this prayer thing which I wanted to share. So please try. And yes, don't remember today's task. Create a prayer which you may say to Krishna every day, every morning, and every night. So let's read little more. You can read ahead. Christine Mataji, would you like to read now?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
We
Clear.
work,
Yes,
mm,
yes.
we work not with our body, actually, but with our mind and intelligence. So if the intelligence and the mind are always engaged in the thought of the Supreme Lord, then naturally the senses are also engaged in his service. Superficially, at least, the activities of the senses remain the same, but the consciousness is changed.
Very beautiful.
The,
Please, 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 please pause. It's very beautiful. So see, if our mind and intelligence are engaged uh, in the thought of Krishna, then it becomes natural for us to think of him and engaging our senses in service to him. So see, right now, devotees also, externally, any person, he may see a devotee also as an ordinary person. But there is a difference in consciousness. A devotee lives his life in a way which may be pleasing to Krishna. Basically, he is working in a way which may please to Krishna, which is completely different from ordinary people. So a devotee, he also wakes up in the morning, he also takes shower, but the purpose of him waking up early in the morning is not to simply just maintaining this body, or I also used to wake up around uh, 3 a.m. when I was not in Krishna consciousness, and at that time I was practicing my yoga because I want to become very healthy, very, my skin should be very glowing, my hair should be very shiny. I was thinking about these things at that time, completely bodily conceptions. I was completely absorbed in the thoughts of this body and not Krishna. So, I also used to sunbathe. So I don't know, I got idea that I should also moon bathe. So because at 3 a.m. moon will be visible, so I should practice my yoga in the light of moon. And I was literally doing it. And now I laugh on myself that how stupid I was. So anyways, you can see a material people, a material person like me can also wake up at 3 a.m. and a devotee will also wake up at 3 a.m. but there's a big difference in consciousness. He is working,
Mm-hmm.
that material person is working for his body. He is basically working for gratifying his own senses. But here a devotee is waking up at 3 a.m. so that he may chant the holy names of Krishna nicely. He may attend morning program, morning program in the temple, morning program.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, he wakes up to attend morning program in the temple or to worship his deities. So like that. A devotee would also, people would see him to go on shopping, to take groceries or whatever other things. But those grocery items is not for his own use. He will use it for Krishna. Are you understanding, Eunice Mataji? This is direct bhakti yoga, where you are using things directly in service to Krishna and not for your own senses. So yes, see, Prabhupada is saying, superficially at least, the activities of the senses remain the same. Right now also you are eating, and before also you were eating. But now you're consuming after offering to Krishna prasadam. But before you were eating your own prasadam, you were gratifying your senses. So yes, activities of the senses remain the same, but the consciousness is changed. And this, this change in consciousness is very, very powerful, which can take you at the transcendental level within a second. So the moment you are in the consciousness where your intentions are to serve Krishna or to satisfy Krishna, at that time you are at the transcendental platform, beyond the material modes of nature. So it's
And Mataji, when you go to moonbathe, you're like the gopis under the moon, want to dance with Krishna.
yeah, see, this is Krishna consciousness. I was not thinking about Krishna at that time. I was thinking, oh, I will get light of moon, my body will shine. Oh, Krishna. So yeah, like that. But see, now you were able to see Krishna's connection when you thought of moon. So this is beautiful. This is how we have to live our lives, in remembrance to Krishna. So I'm again requesting, please start reading Krishna book. That will help you so much to absorb in the past times or stories of Krishna, to think about Krishna, and basically to connect things with Krishna. That will become very easy for you. Just like you heard the story of gopis and Krishna dancing in Ras Leela. So you were able to remember. So it's very beautiful. This is Krishna consciousness. Okay, please read ahead. From here, the Bhagavad-gītā teaches.
Bhagavad-gītā teaches 1. How to absorb the mind and intelligence in the thought of the Lord. Such absorption will enable one to transfer himself to the kingdom of the Lord. If the mind is engaged in Krishna's service, then the senses are automatically engaged in his service. This is the art, and this is also the secret of Bhagavad Gita, total absorption in the thought of Sri Krishna.
Yes. So it's very beautiful, right? And it's kind of very intimate, where we are thinking of Krishna, and this is how we develop our relationship with Krishna. So it's very beautiful. So today's homework, you already know, to create your own prayer, which you may speak to Krishna. So minimum you can create prayer for your morning and night. But if you wish to create more prayers, then it's up to you. And I was thinking to create more prayers where on some times if I face any difficulty, so at that time I can open my notebook and speak that prayer to him. And you will see these prayers are so powerful that immediately you will feel very light. If you're in some difficulty, but if you start speaking to Krishna, or if you start chanting, you will immediately experience a great relief. Because please understand, whatever we are practicing in Krishna consciousness, it's not ordinary, it's transcendental, and it works directly on soul. And we are soul, we are not this body. But problem is, we have been trying to solve things on bodily platform. People try to follow many things. They will meditate on certain items, they will meditate on breath or on their nerves. But we cannot spiritually progress in our life if we are meditating on material objects. How is that possible if we are meditating on material things and objects? So, okay, for some time we may get some peace, or, we may pacify, but it works. I mean, it's just temporary. For
And it's
experiencing,
difficult that they
yes,
reciprocate. Like if
true,
you can meditate on a candle, it's really beautiful, but the candle is not aware. But Sri Krishna is aware, he knows and can reciprocate.
true.
So,
And you just, if you develop this habit of, if you are, seeing Krishna's photos, and you also take a screenshot of that photo in your mind, and that way if you remember it, so try to remember let's just experiment right now. Try to remember a photo that may be in your room, or you might have seen a beautiful photo of Krishna. Try to remember it in your mind, and you will feel very, what to say, you will feel some calmness in your mind, which you cannot feel if you remember a candle or your breath. You will not be able to feel that calmness or peace or that sweetness. I mean, I can't explain that feeling in words, how you feel when you're remembering Krishna in your mind. And you cannot feel that same emotion, that feeling, when you are remembering any material thing in this world. So, yes, you gave the proof, Yunus Mataji. Very amazing. Thank you for sharing it. So, you cannot feel
and
any.
it
Yes.
yeah, it's very nice that you know encourage us to make a prayer in the evening too. And this is something that like Christine Mataji, it's very inspiring. She reads some Krishna Katha. I understand whenever she can. So that's very good inspiration. Yeah.
Yes. And I would also request you that you go to the playlist. I upload quizzes in the description every day. You can even try to attend those quizzes whenever you get time. Christine Mataji is doing it every day. So that will help you, even if you are not able to read the whole topic which we discussed. But even if you will attend those quizzes, which will hardly take 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes, because those are not very easy. Those are multiple choice questions. You can easily see the options and give answers. So that way, through those quizzes also, you will be able to revise whatever we learned in our session. So it's very amazing. Okay, thank you so much for your time and your association. If you have something more to share, please go ahead. Otherwise, we'll stop here.
Well, I was thinking about the examples you were giving about exposing non-devotees to Krishna, like smelling the rose offered to Krishna, or having somebody say Hare Krishna. And I remember we read previously that devotees have the right to interfere in the lives of others. And so I'm thinking like, it's like dropping a medicine to
Yeah.
them,
And you will
and
see,
we can do.
when you try to connect other people with Krishna, you receive more blessings. You will see a tremendous jump in your consciousness, how with a great speed you will progress. So preachers, Prabhupada says, preachers of Krishna consciousness always stay beyond the clutches of Maya. Maya does not disturb such people, such person who are engaged in preaching or, connecting other people to Krishna. Means Maya, the illusory energy of Krishna, she will not disturb us. Oh, okay. He or she is engaged in service to Krishna. Okay. Then, Krishna takes the charge of our life, takes up the charge of our life. Maya cannot interfere. That's why you will see senior devotees are senior because they have been practicing Krishna consciousness from years, and basically they are doing it basically they are prioritizing Krishna consciousness in their life. And this is what we should do if we really wish to experience the promised result in our life. It's very much important that we follow a path with full dedication. And it's really not too much, right? Krishna consciousness is not an austerity at all. It's very amazing. You will enjoy it. So, yeah, that way. Okay, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you how you will connect other people with Krishna. Right? Okay, thank you
Yes.
so much. We'll stop here now. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Tanu Mataji and Eunice Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
See you
Christine
tomorrow.
Mataji.
See you tomorrow. Bye.